Everyone, I wanted to give you a quick update. We have identified 2 leakers of information here at the Department of Homeland Security who have been telling individuals about our operations and putting law enforcement lives in jeopardy. We plan to prosecute these 2 individuals and hold them accountable for what they've done. And we're going to continue to do all that we can to keep America safe.
It's total bullshit. Absolute bullshit. They are not making America safer again, and what they are doing is terrorizing immigrant families. That is...
This is incredible. They're terrorizing immigrant families. You mean they're going after criminals? They try to euphemize and say, you know, it's racist and you're going after the wrong people. They committed a crime. You're not terrorizing somebody by looking to arrest somebody because they committed a crime. There's crimes all the time. Is every police agency across the country terrorizing people that they arrest? I don't think so. And so this initial clip here is a bunch of Democrat theatrics.
What they are doing. Parents who are afraid to send their kids to school. Parents who are afraid that they won't come home again. Kids who are afraid to leave their houses. Refugees who have waited for years to come into this country.
You know there's a remedy for that, right? You can leave.
And our mayors are sitting here enduring this ridiculous hearing.
Without objection, so ordered. We've put it.
Oh, okay. If you haven't seen this one, Miss Cue Ball here. Great exchange here. She gets really mad. Remember, these are Democrat politicians. This is the Democrat Party. It's why I tell you they are dead. They can't even discuss things with people. Enjoy this.
In the record.
I haven't entered it.
You have what?
Mr. Chair, can I have several articles. I need to enter them. Let me just go ahead with what the articles are. What they speak to.
What's the next article?
Let me proceed. Data from Texas shows that U.S.-born Americans commit more rape and murder than immigrants.
Listen, this trend of you all trying to get thrown out of committee so you can get on MSNBC is going to end. We're not going to put up with it.
This is my procedural right as a member of this committee.
You can go with Mr. Frost and Mr. Green.
I am reclaiming my time.
That's what you want. No. Ms. Presley, I have been very accommodating to you. Mr. Subrajam,
and I take particular umbrage as a survivor of sexual violence. I will enter into the record. This is my right. Thank you.
No. It is Mr. Subramanyam.
No, you don't get it. No. Oh my God. You see this? I got the gavel. I can tell you to shut up. Oh my goodness. All they want to do is act out and be absolutely nuts. Oh my God. I was watching this and going, why didn't I do this live? I should have done this, carried this live. But then again, it went on for like 8 hours. But then again, I broadcast for 8, 9, 10 hours. But you won't have to go for 8 hours here. Just a few minutes.
Mr. Chair?
No, you know the process of unanimous consent. You are not recognized.
I have several articles to enter into the record.
Mr. Subramanyam, if you don't go, we're going to recognize Mr. Timmons.
Mayor Johnston, are you willing to go to jail for violating federal law?
The city of Chicago complies with all laws.
Oh, I highly doubt that. Mayor Wu?
We are not violating federal law.
Mayor Wu, I have a last couple questions for you. Do you believe that ICE arresting a child rapist, quote, threatens everyone's safety, end quote?
Okay, I didn't want to stop. Nancy's on a roll here, but she's about to lay a big old bear trap. I mean, like, so you got to listen to what she says here.
Yes or no?
No.
Does ICE arresting a murderous MS-13 gang member threaten everyone's safety? Yes or no?
No.
I would like to hold up this quote of you where you say ICE's efforts actually threaten the safety of everyone, end quote, Boston Mayor Michelle Wu. You're a hypocrite. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Topic. Mayor Johnson, I want to start with you. One of your first actions as mayor was establishing a deputy mayor for immigrant, migrant, and refugee rights. I want to ask you a series of questions. If you could answer with a yes or no answer, that'd be great. First of all, do you support allowing illegal aliens to obtain driver's licenses? Just yes or no?
So the city of Chicago has been a welcoming city for over 40.
Do you support illegals getting driver's license? And you wouldn't even have to have prefaced that by yes or no. It's a simple question. Do you allow this? You think it's okay? What do you got to think about? Oh, did these people not realize they'd be asked some of these questions? I don't even understand.
I'll take that as a yes. Next question.
And that's the policy that we will hold to.
Do you support tax dollars subsidizing or paying for the health care of illegal aliens?
I support investments in all residents of the people of Chicago, and that's what I do.
That's a yes as well. Do you support free or reduced college for illegal aliens?
Again, I support the investments of all residents of the people of Chicago.
That is a yes. Next question. Do you support allowing non-citizens to vote in local elections?
Again, I'm not over the jurisdiction of that type of law, but again, I'm committed to investing in all residents of the people of Chicago.
I'll take that as a yes. I've got an article from the...
I don't know why Tom Homan just wasn't sitting there at that point. Get him, or let him talk, and then afterwards we'll just go ahead and fit him for a pair, okay? You heard, that was the mayor of Chicago. I'm fine with them voting. I'm fine with them spending your money. I'm fine with them getting driver's license. I'm fine with them getting benefits. Of course you are. You're not paying for it. And so you're completely fine with these people coming in and getting everything.
Chicago Sun-Times, and I'll quote here briefly. Johnson proposed, among other things, that all residents, regardless of citizenship status, be able to vote for Chicago Board of Education members. Next question. Your website states, and this is your campaign website, quote, "I will not stop fighting until abortion access is completely secure for people all over the country," end quote. Yes or no, do you support taxpayer-funded abortions for illegal aliens?
I support the reproductive rights of all people, all women.
That is a yes as well. Your mayoral transition website mentioned support for creating a Chicago Board of Education non-citizen advisory board. Again, yes or no, do you support appointing non-citizens to government advisory boards?
I was invited here today to discuss welcoming cities.
Yes or no?
I was invited here to discuss welcoming cities.
This is a yes or no
If you're
question.
interested in asking me questions about the welcoming city, I'm happy to answer those questions.
No,
That was a good statement, actually, because why did you come? You knew you'd be talking to these Republicans, and they're going to ask you the hard questions that basically let everybody else know that you're violating the law. With no equivocation, you are going against the law, and you're making taxpayers pay for it. And you're wondering why many people, again, 80-20 issue, this is really, you're hanging your hat on a 20 issue. 80-20 means 80% of people want something, 20% don't. He's hanging his hat on the 20%. Not a good career move.
To move on. As you know, President Trump, unlike the previous administration, has taken serious action to bring foreign criminal gangs to justice, to take our border back and to restore public safety in our communities. He designated 8 transnational criminal organizations and cartels as foreign.
Let's clarify for America, Mayor Adams, Mayor Johnson, Mayor Johnson, and Mayor Wu, are you here today under the advice of counsel, and do you have counsel present? Yes or no?
I want to understand the question. Are you
here today under the advice of counsel, and do you have counsel present?
I do have counsel present. I'm here because we were requested to appear.
Did you consult with, did you have counsel prior to your appearance?
Yes, we did.
Thank you. This is not a trap question. We just want to clarify.
Okay.
You're here under the advice of counsel. Do you have counsel present?
Yes, sir. Counsel present here because I was invited.
Did you counsel before your trip here?
We do have counsel.
Get
I was
advice
here.
from your counsel?
Yes.
Okay, then you're under the advice of counsel.
Yes.
Mayor Wu, thank you. So just clarify for America, these mayors are all sanctuary city mayors. But the narrative is no longer comfortable because 3 months ago we were at the tail end of 4 years of millions and millions of illegals coming into our country. It was out of control. The only thing that has happened since then is we had an election in November. And now we're not pulling the curtain back. We have ripped the curtain from the rods. We have revealed to America just how fast we could have secured our border if you had an executive that was willing to enforce the law. So now we're paying attention to our municipalities. And every one of them is lawyered up. They've changed their narrative. We got example after example. The mayor of Chicago, we must lead with and live by the promise of sanctuary city. The mayor of Denver, willing to go to jail in defense of sanctuary city policy. The list goes on. But the policies of these mayors and our previous president have consequences, real life consequences. I have a family here today, Mr. Chairman, who lost their beautiful loved one. This young man was killed by an illegal immigrant in Texas that never should have been in our country. He'll never be here to raise his daughter, Anne Marie, to love and cherish and honor and uphold his beautiful wife, Olivia. And you mayors have responsibility, not just to your communities and the citizens you just want to serve, but by extension to the entire republic. And let me clarify, I was a cop for a long time. To honor the jurisdictional authority of another law enforcement agency, you do it every day in your city. Guaranteed, every one of you, if you have an inmate in your city on city charges and that inmate has a felony warrant from a neighboring county or another county in your state, and that county contacts your city while you have that inmate in detention, and ask you to hold them for them to come pick it up upon release, guaranteed you release that inmate to the county.
If you look at their faces, you can tell these people don't care. I mean, maybe Mayor Adams, because of what they put him through, he's finally realized it. But Johnson from Colorado, I think it's Denver, and Brandon from Chicago, and Mayor Wu, she's completely gone. They don't care. They have decided to push their chips all in. They are so anti-American that they don't care what happens to them. Maybe because they're not real mayors. Maybe they were, whatever happened in the election and they were able to be put in the office and they're doing as they're told. But this is, and when I watch this, I'm like, what aren't you getting? Did you get caught with your pants down on November 5th? Did you really think Joe Biden or Kamala were going to win and everything would be copacetic, everything would be as planned? Bring as many in as possible, make the American taxpayer pay for it, keep getting money from the government. All these things. It was like they never knew the merry-go-round was going to stop. And now it's stopped abruptly for them, and they have no answers whatsoever. And meanwhile, Tom Homan, he's got a date with each year.
Over, or to your state police. But you're not doing it for ICE. And ICE is responsible to remove millions of criminal, hard-edged, criminal illegals from our country. And we've had enough, America.